Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Xstrata CEO Mick Davis says South Africa could become the centre of mining finance for Africa, but restrictions abound. Mining Weekly editor Martin Creamer is in the studio to tell us more. Welcome to Second Take, Martin.
Thanks, Shannon.
Can you tell us the background behind this statement?
Yeah, there was a brilliant speech given by Mick Davis. He's the CEO of Xstrata, which is listed in London, and he took the trouble to come to Wits Business School and to give a talk, and it was really well received. And during this talk, in which he covered many facets, he said South Africa has a brilliant opportunity at the moment. And the background to this is that Africa's prodigious metals and minerals possibilities are starting to unfold because of the huge demand for these in the world. And he's saying we are still in the super cycle. The super cycle hasn't been melted down by the meltdown. We are still in this commodity super cycle, which means that it's only a matter of time before we have to come and extract the copper from the DRC, and we have to extract the cobalt, and Africa is going to be the next playground of the mining community, but they need to be financed. And he's saying the ideal place to get that finance is on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange.
So what restrictions is he referring to then?
You see, at the moment there are a few companies that are domiciled outside the country, but they've got domestic status. You know, one of them is Anglo-American because of its iconic history here, and the other is BHP Billiton. But a company like Xstrata, which has been built up under Mick Davis's leadership, you know, for the past 8 years, to a company with a value of $50 billion. I mean, it's quite remarkable. Won't be indexed if it's listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. And if it's not indexed, there's going to be no liquidity. And if there's no liquidity in the share and there's no trading in the share, there's no point in them listing. So the impediment number one is for the JSE to get rid of this indexation impediment where foreign companies, foreign inward listings don't receive an index. And then the second thing is for South Africa now to take courage and after whittling down our exchange control, to take that final decision and to get rid of exchange control, because you can't be a finance centre if you restrict the outflow of funds.
So what has the response been from the JSE regarding this?
The JSE's response has been hugely positive. They say Mick Davis's sentiment is 100% correct, and their indexing is based on a regulation which they say is archaic and outdated and maybe should never have been there in the first place. And they say that the National Treasury is working on this particular impediment to remove it. But it has been working on it for the last 18 months, so we hope that they speed up. And again, I think that this whole issue of exchange control is being re-looked at by National Treasury under the comment that they want to modernize it.
So what has their comment been, the National Treasury's comment?
The National Treasury's comment was, look, we are not responsible for indexation. So that is an issue of the JSE. So they just wanted to get that correct first. But the thing is, it hinges on their regulations. And they say they are reviewing the whole exchange control rationale. And, you know, they have whittled down exchange control. But they're looking at the rationale behind the existing rules that still apply, to see whether really these also need to be removed. But that process will involve the public. It's going to come up soon, they say, and there will be a public debate and discussion. Public will be allowed to comment on what they're thinking of doing. So it's in play, and there is hope.
Definitely something to watch out for. Thanks for your time, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Shannon.
That's the show for today. Join us again next time for more news and insight into what's happening in the mining world.